Coming up, a council committee defers a recommendation on the potential sale of council land to Swifts to the December ordinary meeting of Ipswich City Council after being presented to the wrong committee this week. This long-running and somewhat controversial saga is yet to have its conclusion. It's Wednesday, November 30, 2022, and I'm Alan Roebuck. Welcome to Ipswich Today, which acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land on which it is produced and pays respects to elders past, present and emerging. This podcast is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. Ipswich City Council finds itself in somewhat of a bind since the signing of a long-term lease with Swifts Leagues Club in September 2001. More than 20 years later, Swifts wants to buy the council-owned building and land known as 95A Brisbane Road. The current councillors are left holding this baby and have been reluctant to make any decision since being elected. Again, this issue is before council for a decision, with the added drama, on the advice of the CEO, that the current report went to the wrong committee on November 29. However, previously, the sale was considered by the same Growth, Infrastructure and Waste Committee. From this committee's meeting on November 29, Deputy Mayor Jacob Madsen.
Look, I think it should. It's a matter that will ultimately need to be discussed by the full council. My preference would have been for it to go to the Governance and Transparency Committee because there's still discussion that needs to take place on it. But, you know, depends on what the rest of the council thinks. It's not me alone to determine that. It's ended up in the wrong committee meeting and we got to deal with it.
Mayor Teresa Harding.
My preference is for it to go to the right committee, so it's either going to go to the GTC, the Governance and Transparency Committee, or to the Ordinary Council next week. Yes, Councillor Tony?
Yes, Mayor, it's a difficult sort of situation if it's on the wrong committee, but it is a substantial matter. And whether or not there's any benefit in going to a committee of 6, which you have referred to, rather than all of the councillors, and then leapfrogging back to the council meeting next week, I think it's probably best where there's substantial debate and where there's substantial decision, because that committee can't make a decision except to put a recommendation forward to the committee. So I'll move that the matter be referred to the meeting of council on the 8th of December 2022.
Yep, thank you. I'm happy to second that. Any discussion on that? Thank you. I'll put the matter to the vote. Those in favour, please raise your hand. And I note in the room it's myself, Councillor Cornsby, Councillor Mulligan, Councillor Fichtner, Councillor Doyle, Councillor Tully, Councillor Johnnick and Councillor Ireland have voted for. Those against? Those abstaining? Thank you. And Councillor Madsen, the Deputy Mayor, has abstained.
The Swifts item now goes direct to the December 8 meeting of Ipswich City Council. Now, if you're late to the party on the possible sale of council-owned property to Swifts, the current report to council states the existing lease to Swifts Leagues Club is weighted in favour of Swifts as the lessee and below market rent. A current term of 10 years to 2031 with an option in favour of Swifts for a further 10-year period. The buildings located on the site are ageing and require refurbishment and ongoing maintenance. Council engaged an external quantity surveyor to estimate refurbishment, maintenance and repair costs over the next 20 years, and that's currently estimated at $7.4 million. Following an expression of interest from Swifts to purchase the Swifts Sports Club building and land, a report was submitted to the Growth, Infrastructure and Waste Committee on the 4th of November 2021. This committee resolved that Council would consider the potential disposal with a condition to conduct a community engagement process in order to seek community sentiment. Subsequently, Council procured the services of an independent external consultant to undertake the community consultation process on behalf of Council. The community engagement was to consider the potential sale of the land and buildings and provide the results back to Council. This same report listed the community engagement results as follows. 59% of respondents to the survey supported the potential sale, with a majority of those respondents indicating that the disposal of land reflects the best interest of the Ipswich community. 38% of respondents to the survey opposed the potential sale, with 31% of those respondents indicating concern regarding what Swifts might do with the land. Similarly, 30% of the respondents who opposed the potential sale indicated concern over the sale of public assets, and the remaining 3% of respondents to the survey indicated they were neither for nor against the potential sale to Swifts. So, councillors are again left with 3 options. sell the land and buildings to Swifts, negotiate a new lease, or continue with the existing lease until September 2031 with a further 10-year option. Next week's council meeting is scheduled as the last for 2022. Will this saga finally come to an end? A reminder to look for handy links in the show notes, where you'll find links to meetings, agendas and minutes, and Council's YouTube channel, where you can watch meetings live or on demand. Ipswich Today is supported by Kinetics, people-powered web hosting trusted by Australian businesses since 1999. This podcast is also listener-supported. Please make a once-only gift or regular donation to help keep it online. Just go to ipswichtoday.com.au and click the donate button on the homepage to make a payment through PayPal. Follow and stream this podcast from your favourite app, including iHeartRadio and Amazon Music, or play Ipswich Today on smart speakers. Music is supplied by Purple Planet Music. This is Alan Roebuck. Thank you for listening.